On today's episode, we talk to Jamie Cole, owner of JT Properties and Staging, who provides vacant and occupied staging services throughout the area of Midland and Odessa, Texas. Listen in as she shares how her investor career has helped her provide next-level care to her clients, and find out what Jamie does when the market has little inventory. Now let's get started.
This is the Stage Your Boss podcast from StageYourBoss.com with the founder of HSRA, Jana Uselton. The Home Staging and Redesign Association is a group of like-minded professionals dedicated to revolutionizing the real estate industry by making a difference in the lives and businesses of home stagers and redesigners everywhere. Join us as we talk to the best of the best in this industry from all over the world and hear how they are using their training and experience to make a difference in the clients they serve. If you are a real estate industry expert looking for better ways to market and sell properties, join us for this podcast series.
Welcome to another edition of our podcast. Here we are doing Stage Your Boss. It's all about boss stagers that are around the country that are part of our HSRA family, the Home Staging and Redesign Association. And today we are meeting with an amazing Stage Your Boss, Miss Jamie Cole. Welcome, Jamie.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm excited to talk with you. One, because you're a fellow Texan. You're here and you are in the Midland area. You guys are just rocking it out. I can't wait to dive in about, what all you're doing in that area. So let's just talk through, you obviously were attracted to HSRA. You found us and you said, okay, there's something here that can help my business just take it to the next level. All the collaboration we have. So tell me how you even found HSRA.
Okay, well, that's a great place to start because I was so fortunate that I literally started staging and a month later found the seminar. I missed the one here in Texas. So I went to the one-day seminar in San Diego. It was kind of a great excuse for my first trip to California too. It was fast and furious, but it was about a month into my business. I took my sister, who is my accountant / bookkeeper, and we took that trip to San Diego, spent the day with you guys in that seminar, and it was amazing. I mean, like I said, my sister's not technically in this business. Of course, we're West Texas, so everybody around here is oil but me. But she even said when we left, she was like, I'm not even in this business. And that was just great business information. So it was fortunate that I found it. I found it through Instagram. I saw someone else had posted about it being here in Texas, and I started investigating. I was like, I just need to go because I'm a fish out of water. I don't really know the business of how to build it. I know what I'm doing with staging, but business, I need to get more direction here. And I left there on fire. And that first year was just amazing. So, and it's 90% due to HSRA membership because I have had a million questions. I've reached out to other stagers. I've reached out to you guys, and everyone has been willing to share, which is nice because a lot of times competitors don't want to share.
Right.
So, this business and this association is so much about build each other, and it's a great model to have in your own business. It is about building each other. And I mean, like for staging, it's about building that client and that agent so that they can build their business and get that great sale on their home. So it's amazing the circle that it creates with HSRA.
Yeah. Well, you're so right. And that is amazing. I love your story on how you guys met us and we had that connection there. And it has just bloomed. Your business has blossomed, and you make some really good points that many people get into this industry. They know what they're doing when it comes to design, decorating, staging, maybe have a little bit of a sense of, real estate in their area. But when it comes to business, when it comes to sustainability, when it comes to systems and processes and hiring, many times we're like, oh my gosh, I did not even sign up to be a business owner. I signed up to be a stager. So that's huge that you had that aha moment, that, hey, we need to get some business practices within this. So we can sustain. We're not going to be one of the statistics that people are in business one day and out the next, not because they're not a great stager, but because they didn't have the foundation. So let's dive into your business now. Let's talk about some of those services that you offer. What even attracted you to home staging?
Okay, well, let me tell you how we got started, because there's always a story, right?
Oh, yes.
I actually started flipping houses. My husband and I were doing some rental properties, and I kept telling him, I'm just going to flip the next house. And, he kind of laughed at me, and I was like, no, I really am going to do it. So the house next door to my parents came up for sale, and I grabbed it. Flipped that one, flipped the next one, and I kept staging them, of course, as most of us probably started, with stuff from my own house. My children with me, they were like, please quit taking the furniture. And I had agents asking me, why are you not doing this as like a job? Why do you not have this as part of your business too? And I just didn't have the manpower. But when my husband joined the business, we took off. I mean, that first month, I said, okay, I'm all in. We did our first stage, and within just a few weeks, I had 7 houses completely staged. And thankfully, it was with our own inventory. I was buying inventory. My children got their furniture back, and it just went from there. I mean, we started in our garage, of course, for about 3 months, and then we moved out into warehouse space. And so it's been a crazy busy year of that. And we're, of course, doing lots of services besides just vacant staging. We also do occupied staging. That's a big part of our business that homeowners and agents really like. We partner with several agents, and that's a service that they offer to their clients whenever they're selling their homes. We literally go in, and we're just busy little tornadoes, and just declutter and get a pile of things and say, okay, let's get this packed away, and then decorate for them with their things, move their furniture out to best practices. And I always tell people, the way you live in a home is not the way you're going to list a home. So it's not personal. It's about the sale and getting it done quickly, so you don't have to live listed forever.
Right.
So that is a good service that we have, and it doesn't take us very long. I've got a great team behind me. We're usually done with a house in a couple hours. So that one's a good one. We also have a professional package for pictures. So I have a photographer who can come in and take pictures for your listing, and we professionally edit them and get them sent to you and your realtor so that it can be listed quickly with great pictures, because we know those pictures are so important. There are so many houses on the market that are there because they're just swiping past those pictures. So getting those good pictures is very important. And
it is. It's like online dating, and so people want to see before they take the time to go out and tour that property. And you're so right. Even if it is a staged property, but they haven't taken the time to really invest in those pictures. And I love that you're just kind of a one-stop shop for that. That is huge. And what's been the challenge? And I know this answer because I'm from Texas. I'm not a small town, Midland, Odessa, that's huge area. But when you think about, Paris, Texas, and trying to open up a staging business in maybe some of those kind of towns they have their mindset, they have their old dogs don't want new tricks. The agents that have been in business for 30 plus years, they have established a name, and they're trying to do business the way that they used to. Well, we know that the real estate industry is changing, the way that you sell homes these days, because things are so online and cloud-based. What have been some of the challenges? Have you ran into people that are like, oh, I don't know about this staging thing?
Yes, definitely. That's always there. And, to some, it's definitely a new concept. So I go in, I do a lot of agent meetings where I go in and talk at their team meetings or sales meetings that they have to educate them on the whys of doing staging. And something in our market, Midland, Odessa is hot right now because of oil, of course. So our market is very slim with availability for houses. And I hear that a lot. Why would you need to stage a house in Midland, Texas, when there's so few and so many wanting a house? Well, you see those posts online where they're like, gone in 5 minutes. Well, right, that's for a certain price range. Once you get up a little bit, they're sitting a little longer. And what I tell people often in this area particularly is that we are all asking the most per square foot that we possibly can because there's demand. Well, buyers are smart, and they're coming into homes and seeing a scuff on the wall, or the tile may not look great to their liking. Those kinds of things that you notice the most when your house is vacant. And once you fill it with that furniture, people are suddenly, their eyes are taken off of every little wrong thing with the house, and they're envisioning life in the house now. So it really does make a huge difference. our stage to under contract is between 8 and 20 days, depending on price range. So we have definitely made a difference in that for several buyers. I've had lots of homes calling me kind of on the higher end of the pricing market, and they've been on the market for 45, 60 days, and they're getting no traction. We stage and it's under contract with multiple offers by the end of the week. So it is very valuable. So that's my challenge, is just helping people to realize it's worth it. It is worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, we can come into those same challenges when people say, well, there's not a lot of inventory on the market. Things are selling quicker, but don't you want multiple offer situation? Don't you want to sell above that asking price? It absolutely can happen. You may have appraisal issues, but hey, that's a good problem to have. At least we're on the right side, and we're always driving that property value up whenever people will pay a top price. Price has elasticity. It can fluctuate, and people will maybe come to the table with money or whatever that situation is. Like you said, you're in an oil area that maybe that they have cash offers, certain things that now, if I love this and I'm connected to this home, I'm going to do what I can, even if it's beating out the competition. So you guys are setting that beautiful product, you're packaging it, and those agents that have not gotten on board, thank goodness you found some really good ones that believe in you and see that difference. The rest, unfortunately, are going to have to find out the hard way.
They'll learn. When they hear about us, they'll learn.
That's right. That's right. Well, tell me what else you guys are doing in your area to help educate and market. I mean, are you incorporating social media, video, anything that kind of allows people to connect with you before they may even meet with you?
For sure. So like I said, we definitely do a lot of realtor talk so that side of the business is more familiar with us, and there's a face to the name. I also do a lot of Instagramming, Facebook. Like this week, we did a week of 2019 design tips for your home. So you don't have to be selling a home to appreciate some of the things that we can do for you. We do have services for homeowners who are not selling, such as e-design and such as that, redesign for homes. So we try to keep that side and information flowing to keep people interested in it and to see what we're doing. And that also just lets them know we're not stagnant. I'm constantly researching and training my team on the best practices, the latest trends, trying to avoid what may be fad. Let's go with things that are more of a trend. That there's a big difference there. So we definitely strive to stay educated and keep our customers and our online presence out there so people know we are working for that. We really want to be a top business for agents, for homeowners, so that they have a positive experience with us whenever they call.
Yeah, that's great. Well, if you guys have not met Jamie yet, definitely look them up, Jamie Cole, JT. And it's JT, I love this. It's properties and staging, because you guys, are you still doing properties? Are you guys still? Awesome.
Yes, we are. So yes, we, Tommy, my husband, he likes to say that I just tell him what to do on the flips and then I go do everything else.
You come in at the end, put the icing on the cake. That's great. That's great. So
I get to come in and say, whoops.
Yeah, well, that's cool, because now you guys also have vendors. You have a source of vendors that you can also refer out if somebody's doing an update here or there. I think that's huge. You know your industry inside and out.
Yes, that's a good point. I actually had a house about 3 weeks ago. The homeowner contacted me. They'd already moved out of town. They're not getting much traction on their home, wanted to talk about staging. So I just went and took a look through the house and noticed that they had some flooring issues in a bedroom and some wood floor that, it's a long story, it needed some carpet.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a Tuesday. We staged on Saturday, and I had one of my vendors in there to lay the carpet on the same day. So within 4 days, it was ready to put back on the market with new flooring and staging. And yeah, we try really hard. We've got great vendors that work with us. They know that we're on a time crunch a lot of times, and they will squeeze us in. So that's definitely something that we do. Mm-hmm.
Well, what I love about that, maybe that's different than other staging companies. We have pop-up staging companies all the time, and I wouldn't even call them companies. I would call them Sally Stager, who watches HGTV, says, hey, I think I'm going to be a stager. And then they go maybe get get some business cards, and then all of a sudden they're marketing themselves. They get hired by these agents, and then all of a sudden they're just, throwing furniture in that maybe is from the latest garage sale. Who knows it's a box of chocolates. And the unfortunate part is we are not a licensed industry. We're not regulated. We have HSRA to help with best practices, but not everyone's a member of HSRA. Not everyone is like you guys, where you're constantly, you're getting over 100 CE credits, continuing education throughout the year being part of HSRA. And so, when people call you and they're like, price shopping, are you the cheapest? Or they've got to know that, with all of that, they are hiring experience and excellence, and someone that is, takes pride in what they do, that has the connections, not just going to put furniture in and ignore the floor. So I think that is huge for you. What does that education mean, and how's that passed on to your clients?
It has been so valuable. And one of the greatest parts of that is, when you start this kind of business, pricing is tough, trying to figure out where you're going to be. And there's a lot of education in those CE hours about being the cheapest is not giving value to your name. So you have to be careful about that. But of course, being the most expensive is, you don't want to price yourself out of the market. So it has been valuable to me to be connected with other stagers through this, because I've really talked with people from around the nation that have different companies about how they do their pricing. Some do a flat rate, some do a package based on cost of home, such as that. And I've really tried to keep our prices at national equivalency so that we're not overpriced, and that we have enough value into it so that the property that we're putting in your homes is going to be good property. It's not from a garage sale. I mean, we have wholesale vendors. We do source our inventory. So it's definitely an investment that we see for our business that is a benefit for our clients. So pricing discussion with others throughout the membership with HSRAs, that has been very valuable, and definitely something that I pass on. We tweaked our pricing for about 8 months, trying to figure out what exactly works. And through talking with others, I think we've got it pinned down now and have really good packages for people.
Well, that's good. I love that. I love that you're bringing professionalism to Midland, and you're setting yourself apart because you are offering not only the value in what you're doing, but the right product. At the end of the day, it's all about the buyer. It really is. Even though the seller is hiring us, and maybe the agent is the connector, and they're having valuable input, at the end of the day, we have to target a buyer that when they walk in, the experience is off the chart. Because if they are touring 3 or 4 homes that day, we want the property staged by JT to just shine, right? And say, nope, I don't need to see any more. This is about it. And this is it. And whenever you are sourcing the right inventory to really tell the story of that home, it makes a huge difference. So how can people contact you and reach out to you guys?
We have lots of great ways to find us. Of course, Facebook and Instagram are always great sources. We do have a website, jtpropertiesandstaging, all spelled out.com. We have our phone number on there, and our email is also on there. There's just lots of great ways to connect with us online. And you can find our phone number and stuff there.
That's good. Now, would they say they had a property? Would they send pictures in? Would you go out and view the property? I mean, what's your process, let's say, for a vacant home?
Well, for the most part, we've done that's kind of changed a little bit, because in Midland, of course, it's easy to run by a house in Midland or Odessa and just kind of get a peek, but we've actually expanded to the San Angelo area, which is, a good hour and a half away from here. So there are times when I'm looking online at pictures, getting the square footage from the MLS. I do have a staging team there, so if I need them to go by and really get their eyes in there to check out spacing for furniture, I can have that. But for the most part, we can do it from pictures online. And many homes these days have that already. If the agent doesn't already have them, a house has been on Zillow or something recently, I can find those pictures. So it's not always necessary that I walk through the house the first time, but it's helpful, of course, but it's not necessary. So when someone calls me, I just ask for their address. I start looking at it online while I'm talking to them and trying to give them an idea of, okay, these are the rooms I think are most important. You might consider adding this room a la carte because it's a little wonky and buyers may be confused. So it's pictures or walkthrough gets us to that point.
Yeah, that's so good. And we know that time is of the essence, time is money. So I know a lot of staging companies, we have gone to a process of, hey, do a quick video, send us a couple of pictures. And because we are professional companies, we've been vetted, tried and true. We have a system of pricing. So, you know, if you're a client that likes to meet and talk and, you know, well, we can definitely do that. But just know that, you know, your time is also money. And so the quicker that we can get these homes, you know, assessed, addressed, so we can progress, makes it that much faster. So any last minute thoughts, Jamie?
Well, I would just say that if you have a home, whether you're an agent or a buyer, give me a call. I have lots of great flyers for agents to use in their sellers packets, just so that they can have a visual of some of the things we do. And we are just excited to be in this area and offering this service, and looking forward to working with many and more agents and home sellers and getting out there more.
Well, I love it. I cannot wait to see your business literally take over the whole Texas region there with you guys, the expansion, the opportunity, the ability to have teams and do multiple properties, and your experience being, you know, coming from real estate, coming from investors, knowing what that final buyer wants, I think has added so much value to your business. So can't wait to see what this year brings. And we look forward to talking with you again and seeing you in Houston in a few weeks.
Yes, I'm so excited to mastermind in Houston. Looking forward to that.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Jamie. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks, Jana.